Hey,
Good
how are
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to see you.
I know it's so great to be here live instead of doing replays.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New. How's it been going for you? How did it go? And
It's been going. I mean, it's been all great. I'm ready for the new year because of all the stuff that you know, did to get ready for the new year. So yeah,
yeah,
it's going great. I got a lot accomplished.
did you? Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm ready. I'm prepared to work on my book for this year. So a lot of
Okay.
stuff, assignments that I had to do so I can be open up for to go forward working on the book.
Oh, nice.
And so it's been
Okay.
good. It's been a lot of work, but it's good.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I was able to complete everything that I needed to do.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Oh,
what was that? Yeah, I even had a chance to look at Monday
okay.
replay, and I
Okay.
was able to I was like, oh wow, it was like so in line with doing my goals because I spent the entire day, most of the evening yesterday, writing out everything, something I haven't done in a long time. So yeah,
Okay. Okay. Oh,
how's
well,
it
that's
been? Too?
oh, everything is good. And how were your holidays? Everything was
It
good.
was good. It was a blur. It
Yeah.
was a blur. That's the I think I remember mentioning just I didn't count up the cost.
Yeah.
I put too many things on my plate because fall is always busy for me,
Okay.
always. But I put too much on my plate. But it's good though.
Okay. Okay. How's the weather out there?
Chicago, it's we have cool weather today.
Okay.
We've been having some amazing days. Christmas was like in the 40s, which is like a heat wave to Chicago. It was
Okay.
really our coldest day is probably today.
Okay.
And why that's still not bad. It's like 30 degrees, which is still pretty good for December.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
How
Wow.
was your holiday?
Like you said, it was good. It went by like a blur though. Like you said, a
Oh,
blur. It was a blur. It was a blur. It's
yeah,
I think because
that's
you spend so much time looking forward to it and it just
yeah.
goes by just so quickly.
I I kid you not, coach. It's just like I even lost day and time. I'm like, wait a minute, what day is it? Just like
Yeah.
even today, I was like, today Thursday or Wednesday, Thursday? Because I knew I was gonna be able to come on today. I'm like, I want to start my new year off right. I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, today is Thursday or is it Wednesday? And that's how my whole season been because it's just like it's been back to back to back. So
Uh, yes.
but this
Yes.
year I am going to enjoy my season because I'm not gonna take on a lot of stuff at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I learned. Yeah, I want to work with ease. Hey, Vero, thanks, thanks. I'm so glad to be here live.
Nice to see you live.
Oh man.
Oh, Happy New
Yes.
Year.
How was your Christmas?
Good. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, good, good, good. Did you cook? Did
No,
you guys cook? Oh.
I don't no. I
I didn't cook either. I'm telling you, I didn't do it. Even for Thanksgiving, I didn't do anything because of everything that I was doing. I took it as a moment of like doing nothing,
Mhm.
absolutely nothing. And
Mhm.
Christmas, I was with family and they was like, and I was like, okay, that's why this year, Christmas, I'm gonna be in Paris for Christmas.
Oh, cue me.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna be in Paris because yeah, it was just like that one moment that I had, that day I had off. It was like I had so many family members. It was just like they consumed my time. I was like, no, next year, this year. I keep saying next year. We're in the new year, so this year it's gonna be
Mhm.
Paris, and then I thought I'm
Awesome.
gonna leave Paris and spend New Year's in London.
Ooh.
Yes, yes. This year it's gonna be awesome.
Oh
That's
man, that
right.
is wonderful.
Yeah.
That
So
is-
how's it with you, Vero?
Everything's wonderful.
Did you make your goal?
I was 31 something shy from it. But thank
Okay.
you for supporting. I appreciate it.
Well, it's just like
Sarita, too, you were part of that goal.
I don't do Shopify, but I'm like I try to do something because yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
I'm sorry, would you say I was a part of the goal?
Yeah, because you put your deposit for the store. So I'm like, oh, we're getting there. So that
Nice.
was fun. I made it a game yesterday to see how much more I can get just in one day. And I sold a few books, actually like $60 worth. So that was really exciting, actually.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was like a game. Like, yeah. Total like I was dancing around, playing some music, and then just I had Shopify Live where you could see when people come in live and stuff, and it was just cool.
If there was
Yeah, just
something
having
that I
fun.
could have used that I could really use, then I was looking for something else that I could have used that I could have done more, but it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So when
No, thank
you ask more stuff, then I got you.
no, thank you though. I appreciate it.
Hi, Sharita, how are you?
You're on mute.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? My apologies. My AirPods aren't working and I'm trying to get them together. What'd you say?
And hi, how you doing?
I'm good. Good to see you. I was gonna say I haven't seen you. You're a sight for sore eyes. I haven't seen you in such a long time. Good to see you.
Yeah, the fog caught me up. It caught me up, but that's the norm for my industry. It's like because I do three different things and it's like they all merge into one. So yeah. But
Wow.
this year it's up like that. This year I won't be, no, that's not gonna be an issue for me.
Yeah, it can get like that for what I do as well. Because typically I'm traveling, but I'm literally intentional about staying home because I'm an analyst, a software analyst. So they have you on the road all the time. I used to live out of a suitcase. I'm talking about every week. So now I'm like in between contracts, which is another
Okay.
thing
Yeah.
altogether. But yeah, I could be
Yeah.
on the road. I was actually traveling so much that I would leave home on Sunday night, try to get back on Friday, but sometimes not make it back until Saturday, and then turn right back around and do it on Sunday again. So,
Wow.
it was like that for a long time. And depending on where I was in the world, like when I was in Oregon, you literally didn't get home until Saturday morning. And it's like you just all you're doing is swapping out clothes and going back again. And I only came home for this kid because otherwise I would have probably, just kind of stayed out there. But I tried to make it home every weekend, but it was daunting. So I absolutely understand. So glad to see you. Have
Yeah.
you even unpacked? Have you?
I was telling Coach, I'm like, this is like a blur. It just like this whole season has been a blur. It's like, that's the norm for me, but like I had too much this year. I had too much. And I was like, I didn't count up the cost, but this year I'm not taking on nothing new. I'm focusing on like one major project, and that's
Yeah,
my book.
that's awesome. Yeah, that's how I want to be home. I realize more. I like being home. I also like to travel only for leisure, not for work.
It's just like, oh, my traveling. No, I haven't had any real leisure traveling this year. So but that's okay. I
Yeah.
got through it. I'm here now.
That's it.
I'm on the
Good to
other
see you.
side of it. I'm on the other side.
Good
That's
to
it.
see you.
That's it. It's good to see you.
And looking good. You looking like you're glowing too. I ain't want to say nothing to nobody, but you glowing. That's a good thing.
I'm glad.
Well, Well, good to see
Hey.
everyone. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Monique, it is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday,
Happy
everybody.
Wednesday. Good to see everyone. How's everyone doing today?
Good.
Good, good.
Happy
That's it. That's it. All right. All right. So we have been talking about mindset. Well, one of the things we've been talking about, and what it is, kind of some of the things that it looks like, how it looks in real time, real form, and things like that. So, mindset is comprised of what again? What is mindset made of?
Your thoughts and beliefs.
Mm-hmm. And the thing people have most of, you didn't mention.
Ideas?
No,
Your identity.
no.
Here we go.
This is the thing you see the most from people.
Their beliefs.
Nope.
Complaints?
Kind of. It comes from there.
Action?
The
No.
things that they say?
Yeah. They're feelings.
Their
Oh, okay.
manifestations?
Feelings.
Oh, now we're talking feelings.
Feelings. Yeah, because that's all most people have are feelings, meaning that they're going by, that they're judging their world by, they're judging you by, judging themselves by, that their beliefs are based on. Oh, I could never do that. There's no proof. It's just how you feel. It's your feelings. You're in your feelings, right? That's what you're basing it on your emotions, right? Oh, I never did it before. I could never do it last time. Most people are in the present talking about their past, using it to predict their future. Most people are in their present talking about their past, using it to predict their future. Oh, I don't have any money. Man, I never have any money. Man, it's probably always going to be like that. Most people are feeling driven, emotion driven. If it's good, it's all good. If it's bad, it's all bad. Not necessarily any rhyme or reason. It's just like they're just going by how it feels today, how they feel today. They wake up and see how the day goes, and then they react like we talked about, right? So your mindset is comprised basically your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs, right? Your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs, right? All right. So that is your mindset. What is your mindset in action? Right? Let's just say your mindset is a noun. What is your mindset as a verb? What word is that?
Manifestation?
Okay, that's the outcome. That's the end result. Right? Your manifestation is the end
Beliefs?
result. Your belief, yeah, but that's part of your mindset. So what is your mindset as a collective? What are your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs in action? What is that?
Affirmation?
That is no.
Is it the middle?
Nope. What are those three things in when they're operating?
Y'all said behaviors.
Nope. That's okay. And I'll tell you in a second, but there's nothing wrong with thinking. Nothing wrong with pondering. Nothing wrong with that. It's like exercising the brain.
Repeat the question, please.
So your mindset is comprised, right? Is made up of your thoughts, feelings, and your beliefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts, feelings, and your beliefs. So we're just taking that as a noun, meaning that's what your mindset is made up of, whether you do something or not. That is what your mindset is made of.
Identity?
Nope.
Living.
Kind of close. Kind of close. Kind of close. Both of those are kind of close. They're kind of close. So your mindset, your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs is a noun. You have that no matter, even if you're asleep, you have that. But now in action, in day-to-day action, in your daily activity, what does your mindset?
Personality.
Say it again.
Your personality.
Very close. Close. Your
Your,
mentality. Your mentality. Your mentality. Your
how is
mentality.
that an action?
You're in Alex, right? So your personality is your person acting. Your mentality is your mind acting, right? It is the way you can. It's a mentality, like being a, because when your mind is acting on something, it doesn't mean someone else's is. So being a mother is a mentality. It changes the way you perceive life, act in life, what you do in life, what you prioritize in life. It is a way of living differently than before you became a mother. Right? It is a shift in your mindset, but then that mindset shift actually now changes what, like I said, you prioritize, what you value, how you approach life, all those different things. It is your mindset in action. It's now when your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are now actualized. They're now in movement, in motion, right? Your mentality. It's the way you handle things, the way you go about things. It's the way you live your life, right? You can have a bunch of thoughts that you don't necessarily act on until you pick one, right? So it's not about what you have. It is, because you can only pick what you have, but it's not just about what you have, it's about what you pick. And what you pick is what you're going to act on. So the things that you pick most often are your mentality. Almost, it's like how like you have cereal, but you have your favorite cereal. You have shoes, you have your favorite shoes. So those are things that you eat the most. Those are the outfits that people see the most from you, right? Those are the things that your mentality is what people see. It is the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that you pick the most, that you pick most often, right? That you choose most often to actually live your life with and live your life on. They're not the only thing you pick, but they're your favorites. They are your habitual ones that you go at the most, that you say the most. They're the things you say the most. They're the places you go the most, the places you pick the most, the outfits you wear the most, how you respond to things the most, how you react to things the most. That's your mentality. It is a psychological way of living that becomes, right, the way you live. It becomes your physical expression. But your mentality is a psychological way of living. The things that you pick the most. It's the way you deal with things most often, habitually, right? That is your mindset in action, is your mentality. Now, we've been talking about, sometimes I go back to this because I want us to understand on Wednesday. I want us to understand how to apply what we're talking about on Wednesday morning, night, Tuesday night, Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon. Your mindset is a combination of your thoughts, feelings, and your beliefs. Your mentality are the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that you pick the most. That's when people see you, they're describing your mentality. They're describing the way you live life, because they're describing you based on what they see. They can't describe you based on what you think. They don't know every thought you have. They don't know which one you're picking from or not picking from necessarily. They don't know what you have or don't have. So your mentality is your mindset in action. So when we talk about mentality, we talk about mindset. What does your mentality look like on a Tuesday morning at 9:25 a.m.? What does your mentality look like?
Wouldn't that be based on your programming?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, as far as the things that you listen to and learn during the day.
Okay. Okay, some of your mentality or your mindset could be because of recent information, recent events, things like that. But generally, overall, they're usually things that have been there for a minute. They're things that you're used to doing. They're the way you're used to replying. They're the way you're used to. They're used to. They are habitual ways you deal with life and you live life. So I'm saying to you, at 9:25 a.m. on a Tuesday, when you're looking at somebody, what are you looking at?
Mind.
If you're in the mall, what are you looking at? If you're there at 11 in the morning and you're at the mall and they're at the mall, what are you looking at?
Stores and bodies.
The people.
When you see a person, what are you looking at?
Clothes.
A mind.
Mentality.
A mentality. What is a mentality?
Your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings in action.
In action. You're looking at the verb now. You're looking at the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs you picked. That's why you're at the mall. When you are late to work, when you are early to work, when you say you'll never get a raise or you'll get a raise, when you wear that or you don't wear that, when you show up on time or you don't show up on time, if you show up somewhere every day, your mentality are the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that you're actually picking to have an experience with, not just the ones you own or possess. These are the ones you're picking. Your mindset is like all the clothes in your closet. The mentality is the outfit you have on today. It's what I see you in. It's how I see you act. It's how I see you. It's how I hear you speak. It's what I hear you talk about. It is how you do your hair. It's what outfit you're wearing. It's how you handle. It is the way you live your life. You're looking at a mentality. The mindset are the options the person has, but there's options people have that they don't choose, right? You ever hear somebody like, "Boy, you're lucky today. I'm gonna let you slide today," right? There's another way you could handle something, but you chose or you choose in that moment to handle it differently. So you have the option, but you chose to exercise a different one. So you had one, but you exercised another one. So the mindset are both of them that you have. The mentality is the one you choose. So what I'm saying is to you at 9:25 in the morning when you're at work and somebody else is at work and you're doing what you're doing and they're doing what they're doing, though you're looking at mentalities. If you could see yours, you're looking at yours. If you could see theirs, you're looking at theirs. You're looking at a way someone goes about something. If they're on time, if they're late, if they're dressed properly, if they're not, if they gossip or they don't, there is no good or bad to it. It just is what it is. You're looking at a way you're looking at the choices that people are making as to what thought, feeling, and belief that they're using right now. You're looking at the fuel they're using to live, to go out through their day. And so the choices you're making are your mentality. And your mentality is the way that you are living life, that you're acting in life, acting out life. And so that mentality those are the choices that you're making from all of your options. And now those produce your actions. And your actions lead to what?
Your outcome.
Your outcome. So when I'm looking at you, when you're looking at me, when you're looking at someone else, and you're looking at someone else's outcome, you're looking at the physical reflection of their what?
Mentality.
Of their mentality. Of their mentality. Their actions are the physical reflection of their mentality. Their mentality is the selection of their thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that they take from the closet of their mindset. Right? So you can tell a person's mentality by what they do, by what they're doing. If you're supposed to be somewhere, are you there? If you're supposed to be wearing that, are you? If you're not supposed to be wearing that, are you? Can you get to a call on time, a class on time? Can you get to work on time? How do you go about your day-to-day life? That's your mentality. That is the selection of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that you are most often used to picking. That's your habit mind, being acted out generally, usually. There's sometimes we're more conscious of what we're choosing, but a lot of times 95% of your mind is subconsciously driven of your choices and your behaviors and your habits. They are habitual. That's why habit is almost like its own law. That's why people feel like they can't change. That's why most people don't. Everyone has the option and the opportunity and the possibility to change, but I want you all to think right now in your life, since you can remember, and think of maybe a couple people you know, and you tell me if they've changed or not. Are they any different now than they were since you've known them? And I don't mean like a little bit. I mean, are they different? If they're not, they didn't change. They just became more of something. or they're expressing more of it or less. But maybe out of 50, let's just say you knew 25 people. I would argue that maybe no more than 3 have changed since you've met them. Probably closer to 1, maybe 2. Because we have the opportunity to change. We all have possibilities. There's opportunity and possibility. Those are great words, along with hope. Those are 3 great words. And everybody loves to cling on to them because they feel like, well, when I get ready, when I'm capable, when the weather's good, I will, right? I'll do my homework tomorrow. I'll do it after, I'll do it later, right? But we all later, 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 hope, possibility, opportunity, later. Those are generally, for most of us, synonymous. Not right now. Even though I could, even though I should, not right now. Most of us don't change because change is voluntary. It's voluntary. And most people don't volunteer to do that. That's why most people don't change unless or until there's catastrophe or calamity. So they have no choice. The doctor tells you, if you want to keep your foot and you don't want this diabetes to get you, you're going to have to stop doing A, B, and C. Then people generally will change. But when did they change? When there was no other option. But the option to change was always available, but they only take it when there is no other one. Right? I'm kind of going back to, because I always want you to understand, I want us to understand what this information is about. This information that we're sharing, that we've been sharing for months and well over a year now, so to speak, this information we're sharing is designed for us to understand what our options are, to understand that we have options, to understand how to choose the ones that most reflect the physical expression or experience we want to have, and to realize that as in our human form, we pick the ones we're most used to picking, not necessarily the best ones, just the ones we're most used to picking, right? But we cannot get the outcome of the option we won't pick. So when we go down a grocery store and you're looking for chips, and you know how you look up in the air and you're looking for like the signs of where things are, right? Which aisle things are on. And so you're like, oh, if I want to go to chips, I can't go to the detergent aisle. I can't go to the frozen food section, so to speak, right? But a lot of times we're picking things that we're comfortable with, even though they're not the aisle where the chips are. We're picking what we're used to picking. We're picking unconsciously, habitually. And then we tell ourselves, oh, I'll do better later. Oh, I'll do better tomorrow. Oh, I'm a good person. Oh, I'm this, right? We find all the sweet ways. Oh, we're going to give ourselves some grace. No, you're going to give yourself freezer burn in the freezer aisle, and there's no chips there. Right? There's no sweet way to be in the wrong place. It doesn't work out. Right? There is no way to do that. Right? But we habitually, like I said months ago, we try to finesse ourselves. Oh, but I'm a good person. Well, God is love. Right? Well, God is grace. Oh, I'm going to be patient with myself. You can be as patient as you want. There's no chips coming over here with ice cream. It doesn't happen. You're going to actually have to get up and move. Right? So my point in saying all that to say is that your mentality is important. There are opportunities in life. Every day is an opportunity. But most people let the day pass if they don't wake up seeing something. I don't have a meeting, or I don't have to be at my kid's school, or if I don't have to be somewhere, what do I do with that day? Rhetorical. Answer, nothing. Not as much as you could, not as much as you should. Why? Because you don't have to. You don't need to. You let the day go by like this day is not enough to be anything else. Like you couldn't win the lottery today. Like you couldn't get a new job today. Like you couldn't meet somebody you never met before today. Like we try to wait. We think we know what the obvious is, right? Because it's on our calendar. Oh, I got a job interview tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to wake up early. Tomorrow I'm going to do all the things tomorrow that I hadn't done the day before or the day after. So you think one day is going, you think you're going to just change in one day like that? You're not. You're not. You're going to revert back or regress back to the mean habit, our habit mind. And so when I talk about mindset, our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, and when they become action, when they become verb, your mentality, like what is it? Are you up every day with a tiger in your tank? Like, this is the day the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. Are you waiting to be great? Are you waiting for somebody else to tell you it's okay? Are you waiting to be whatever you want to be? What are we waiting for? Today has every second, every minute, every opportunity to be whatever it is you want to be. There's no less seconds in them. There's no fewer seconds in today. And I know I've said this before, but I have to repeat it at the risk of sounding redundant, because I want us to understand what we're really talking about here, what this is for. This is for you to wake up every day like today is the day. Today is the day. Today is the day I'm going to be who I want to be. Today. Didn't matter whether I did it tomorrow. Didn't matter whether I didn't. That ain't gonna help me today. Today is enough to live or die. Be born, it's or die. Today is enough to do anything you want and anything in between. Life and death and everything in between can be had today. So then what options are you choosing? What aisle are you on? Are you on the frozen fruit section? Are you in the chips aisle, the detergent aisle, the fruit aisle, the bakery aisle? Are you in the deli? Where are you in life? What aisle are you going down? What are you looking for today? To be, to do, and to have? Are you there mentally? Are you talking to yourself like that? Are you thinking about yourself like that? Are you waking up like that? These opportunities aren't coming they are not coming to the rich or to the poor, but usually the rich identify them and pursue them. The poor aren't necessarily lacking that many less, but we don't even take advantage of the ones we do have, complaining about the ones we don't. There's always opportunity for you if you're aware and you're awake. And a lot of us only wake up for certain periods. Oh, it's an interview. Oh, I'm on a date. Oh, it's my first day at work. Oh, it's my kid's birthday. Oh, it's my anniversary. We wake up intermittently. But life has to be lived consistently if you want to live it well. If you want to do well and be well, you have to live it every day. Every day has to mean something to you, not for the same reason, but it has to mean something to you the same way, in the sense of you have to find the same way to get to the same place. Some days it's because it's your kid's birthday. Some days it's because the weather is good. Some days it's because you got a new outfit you can't wait to wear. Some days it's because it's this or that. But you have to find the same way to take advantage of your day, of your options, and of your opportunities. A lot of times it's not a lack of opportunities. It is the fact that we're not identifying them. And we're waiting for someone to tell us it is or show us it is. But there's so much opportunity around you. If you're hungry, if you're passionate about your life, if you realize that your life is comprised of your days and your days are comprised of your time. And like Bruce Lee said, if you love life, you'll love time, because your life is comprised of time. It's composed of time. It's made up of time. How are you spending your time? How are you using your time? How are you using your days? Are you living every day, not like it's your last, but like it's your opportunity? Not just like it's your last. Why you want it to be that? It don't got to be that. But most people don't take advantage of the opportunities until you tell them it's your last, right? Most people don't live with any urgency. Urgency doesn't mean worry, fear, or anxiety, but some passion, some actual psychological awareness. Like now, right now. Like when you tell your kids to clean their room, right? Like now, like right now, right? Like it's not a suggestion. It's a statement that you're trying to say nicely, right? Right. I want us to live like this is a statement that we can say nicely, but with some urgency. Like today is a day. Today is the day. Today is enough. Today is more than enough. What are we waiting on? What are we waiting for? Your mentality, right? I look at each of you and I'm looking at your mentality. I'm looking at everything you do, not in judgment or criticism, but everything you do. I look at everything. Veronica tells you I rant and rave all day around the house about this or about that or about this or about that. I'm like, okay, how do you do this? Okay, how do you do that? Well, okay, well, how do you do, right? Trying to find, how can I live the best life? Is it possible? Can I see through this wall? Can I do it? Can I hear around the corner, right? I want to see what's possible. I want to see it's available. We were talking this morning. I'm like, I don't want to look on TV and see somebody have something and wish I had it. I don't want to, like Warren G, like an LA Long Beach rapper. I don't want to dream about getting paid. I want to get paid. I don't want to sit there and just dream about it. I don't want to hope and wish and put it out into the ether of some kind of future. No, like I don't want to be looking at somebody else and wish I was them, or wish I were there, or wish I had that. When you can get it just like they got it in your own way, but you can get it just like they got it. You have everything in you to be anything you want to be, or get anything anybody else has if you want your own version of that, right? But the people who are have it are just the people taking advantage of their opportunity, whichever ones they have. Whether you if you only have one, take advantage of it. It'll lead you to the next one. It'll start to build momentum. It doesn't always have to be the greatest thing, the hugest thing in the world, but just getting in the habit. Your habit, my getting in the habit of opportunity, seizing opportunity, seeing opportunity, pursuing opportunity, seeing every day as an opportunity, right? Your mentality, right? To wake up hungry, to wake up strong and focused, to wake up powerful and potent, to wake up and be like, yeah, I'm her. Yeah, it's on. I'm up. I'm him. It's on. I'm up. You're not waiting for the day to show you. The day is waiting for you to show it. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? I'm giving you options, and I'm giving you time. You have the options of everything you could think of, and you have the time to do it. That's what the day provides for you. That's what the day affords you. And you have to take advantage of the opportunity and the time. Your time is your currency. That's what you're going to use to get whatever it is you want to experience. How are we using it? Are we mindful of it? We're waiting and wasting a lot, right? We're waiting and wasting a lot. We're letting too many days go by, too many opportunities pass us by within a day to change our lives. It's a mindset to wake up every single day, just win the day. Can you get on a call you're supposed to be on every day on time? Every single day on time. Can you get on a call you're supposed to be on, that you're there supposed to be on, with your camera on every single time? Unless literally there's some kind of bomb or emergency. Can you do that? Can you do that? It's like, I was talking to Veronica, it's like saying, I want to be a basketball player, going to a basketball camp and not having any shoes. Or going there and having sandals. Why would you come to the opportunity, to the place you want to be, and not be ready to get down when you're coming here to get down or to learn? Right? Can you be yeah, I didn't say it, you said it. So you know what, Veronica, you know what, since I'm always ranting and raving at this people, go ahead. I'll let you tell them about it so you guys can see that, she gets this action on a regular basis. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got all of this already. So the week of Christmas, I slept in till about 6 a.m. So I didn't go to the morning meetup because it's at 5. And he's like, are you trying to be an entrepreneur or what? What are we doing here? What's the morning meetup? Okay, yeah, it's one of my biggest funnel. No, it's your biggest funnel. So if you're not showing up every day, like, imagine if you showed up every day. He's like, whose Shopify store do you do? Dave's. Yeah. So what are you doing? So I'm like, all right. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. I get this. I get it. I get it straight up in my face every day, face to face. So he's like, that's like saying you want to be an entrepreneur and not showing up to the morning meetup consistently every day is like saying want to be a basketball player, but you don't you show up you either don't show up to the camp or you show up in your chanclas, in your flip-flops, acting like you're gonna play in flip-flops. And I was like, yeah, because I'm out here in morning meetup with my flip-flops on. I'm not out here the way I should be. So I signed up for things in the background. Shout out Sparkle Bailey. I saw your name on the spreadsheet too. For doing weekend host and things like that. So yeah, I was there this morning, 5 o'clock, and yeah, every day this year. Let's do it. I want to be entrepreneurs. So yeah, I want to make more than what I made this year. And I can't do that being the same person.
You can't do that, sleep with your mouth open. It
Yeah, I
ain't gonna
forgot to
work.
mention about the sleep with the mouth open.
Yeah, it's not gonna work out. I can't be up and I'm not supposed to be on the call, and you're supposed to be on the call and sleep. And then you come back to me, I want to double my income. And I'm looking like I'm glad you can't read my mind, because the first 3 or 4 words that came into my mind after you said that were not kind. Absolutely not. But so right, and we're laughing, we're talking about it, but we're using an example in the sense of, and I would have never said it, if it was my experience, I would have said it, but I don't be trying to bust people out, right? But the point is that that's what I mean by mindset. I can look at you and tell. Most people we're not, you want to double your income in the bed, right? Can't get there on time, looking crazy in the thing, got your camera off all the time. You can't be, not you. You can't be an entrepreneur.
I will look crazy because it's 5 a.m.,
Yeah.
but I have my camera on.
You know what? I don't know. If it's not too early to be rich, it's not too early to get up. It's not too early to comb my hair, brush my teeth, get the sleep out of my eyes. Unless I made it, I ain't made it. Unless I tell my daughter all the time, you can't sleep past me and you unemployed. Absolutely not. I got money. You don't. You got to get up and get it. So you can't be up here laying like this, the Ritz Carlton. Absolutely not. Because even if it was, I paid for it. You didn't. So if I'm up, you up. We up. How about that? Huh? This ain't no vacation. You ain't made it. I'm on vacation. I made it. You haven't made it. And I don't consider myself to make it. So you definitely ain't made it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But we're talking about mindset. We up here hungry every day. We up here to get it. If you're supposed to be wherever you are, you got to be there and you got to be ready. What did I say? I said, correct me if I'm wrong. So this is what I mean by mindset. This is what I mean by people skip the simple things. So if the morning meetup, if you had a business of any kind and the morning meetup was your funnel, let's say all of you did different things. Everybody on the call did different things and you were there. And just imagine that you were there every week. How many weeks is that?
52.
52. Now just imagine you're the only person who does what you do. So you have no competition. All of you do something different. So you're there 52 weeks. What if you got one person a week? How many clients would you have in a year?
52, Vero. I'm laughing at both of us. We the only ones. Yeah, sorry.
52, right? So you'd have 52 clients literally just because you showed up. You didn't have to market. You didn't have to have an extravagant website, because guess what? Even if they see your website, they're still going to have to deal with you at some point generally. So they can just deal with you now. And they can come straight to you now. So somebody gets on there and say, oh, Sparkle Bailey, you help women do this or this. Oh, I have a niece, or I have a daughter, I have a sister. You didn't need no website for that. You didn't need to have nothing. They're coming straight to you right now because they see you, right? Now, if one person did that a week, you'd have 52 new people, right? And then I said, if you got 52 new people with no marketing, no advertising, literally rolling out of your bed, dressing the top half of your body, that's all you got to, come on. We all, right? We only dress in the top half, most of us. You rolling out of bed, right? You take your helmet off and you go upstairs, right? And you got to get online and that's it. And you can get a person a week. You get 52 people a year. And that's all. How simple is that? How easy is that? But guess what we do instead? We talk about all these exotic funnels, all these elaborate websites. We talk about how many people you need to call, how long you need to be out here on Instagram and TikTok, how many messages and emails and advertising you need to be doing, and you can't get your butt up to go up the steps. And you want to talk to me about doubling your income? I should hit you over this head with this book. Just pow. Just like you can't. Right? But so this is what I mean by a mindset. It's like when your mind is on, you hungry and you ready, you see everything as an opportunity. Just think of how many people see you every day and they could be talking to you, reaching out to you and all those things, and you learn it. You're getting everything all at once. Opportunity today, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, right? This is what I mean by mindset. This is what I mean by a mentality. This is what I mean by a mentality. It means you wake up and you firing. You wake up and you focused. You wake up and you hungry. You wake up and be like, yeah, I'm out here. I'm out here. I don't need the extravagant. I'll use that as the icing on the cake. I'm the cake. I got to show up. I got to be here. I got to be ready. How many people can't show up, not ready? You ask them a question, they don't even know what they offer. They don't know how much it costs. They don't know what their services are. They don't know how many shirts they got left. They don't. Then you're talking to how many people you want to talk to, especially if you don't know them the first time. How many black screens you want to talk to? Right. How many black screens you want to educate? Right. I mean, what are we, kids in COVID? Putting all our computers on, right? Off camera while you playing video games in the bed, taking a nap. Come on, man. We've seen all the videos on YouTube, right? And on social media. Kids doing all kind of wild stuff in COVID, right? Got the video off, ain't even there, in the shower while they teaching, right? Not even anywhere near the scene of the crime, right? But this is what I mean by mindset. I want you to see what I'm talking about on a Wednesday morning. Somebody who's there day after day after day after day after day after day. And guess why you'll get noticed? Guess why you'll get noticed? Because most people aren't. Most people aren't there. They're like, wow, every time I log on, Sparkle Bailey's on there. Wow, every time I log on, she's always there. Every time I log on, she's always, okay. Maybe she can't talk every time because there's a bunch of people, but every time I'm there, she's there. Yesterday, went to take Veronica's car to get something fixed on there, right? Got up, got there early, talked to the dude, got the car back 3 hours earlier than anticipated. Said, I'm not talking to them, I'm talking to the lead dude. Got up there, got it done. Like waking up hungry, focused. Why sit there? You got an appointment at 12:30, drop the car off at 8. If they're free at 10, they can start working on your car. Why are you going to start working at 12:30 and not get it till tomorrow when you could drop? Then what's the car doing? Sitting at the house while you sitting at the house eating Fruit Loops. What are you doing? What are we doing? Then you worried, hope I get my car back today. Well, what were you doing from 8 to 12? Well, they said my appointment's at 12:30. Why don't you drop it off at 8 and maybe they can work on it at 10:30? That's what I mean by mindset. It means I'm not talking about gangstering anybody, gangstering thing, but I'm simply saying like the awareness of your desire, of your achievement, of your success, of your good. Like you got to, I'm into the Cocoa Krispies. The whole thing. I get 2 boxes a year and I go until my stomach hurt. And then I keep on moving. And then I'm done until next year. Right? So I've already done it. So the box has been in there, laying all on the floor in the bathroom and everything, messed up. But we're not going to talk about that. It's too much information. But anyway, right?
That's what happens when I travel.
Yeah, right. So, I'm going straight to the store. You leaving? Fine. I'm going straight to the store. I'm getting the mega size Cocoa Krispies. Mega size. Oh, yeah. I'm getting the Friday fruit punch bowl. I'm pouring all the cereal in there. All of it. It's going to take me 30 minutes to eat it without a break. Yeah, I'm going hard in the paint. Then I'll go and lay down for a couple hours, try to shake it off, and see if I can finish the box in a day. So you got to have challenges. Yeah, you got to see what you can do. You know what I'm saying? You got to push yourself here. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to see it be all I can be. Right? So, but that's what I'm trying to, right? That's what I want us to all see is that you can't say you want to, everybody gets on all this stuff. I hear people, it's like The Price is Right or like Oprah. Oh, come on down. And you're a millionaire and you're a millionaire. No, you're not. You're lazy. You're asleep. Your mouth is open. You done missed the week. You haven't done nothing. Nobody has seen you, heard from you. They thought you died. I had to tell them, they calling me. Hey, have you seen her? Yeah, she's right here. Oh. I'm like, well, where? And then I'm like, it's almost like when the principal call your house and your kid come home, how'd your day go today? Oh, it was good. And your kid's like, what? What? Okay, well, can I just tell you something? Let me go tell you something. Right? Did they start right? Yeah, like no, man, no. If you want to double your
My
income.
goodness. So basically, that's how he starts off. So basically, But you just said the day was good. But so basically,
Yes, yes. Now, were
mm,
you going to tell me this if I hadn't said what I said? No. So don't try to act like you honest now, brother. It's too late. It's too late. You've already been pulled over. You can't tell me I had a couple drinks now. No, you've been pulled over. The DUI checkpoint is here. It's arrived. You've been caught. Stone cold busted.
And the best part is that I tried to act like, well, what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, she did
Shit.
her best.
And he's like, you didn't go all last week when it was Christmas. And I'm like,
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
okay.
No, I be counting the days like a warden. Oh, I add them up. I'd be like, oh, she ain't been there Monday, Tuesday. And then she was like, oh, I want to go out to this class in Oakland, 30 minutes away in the dark from 6 to 9. What do you think I said to that? Absolutely not. You can't walk upstairs and you want to go 30, 40 minutes away in the dark till 9 o'clock at night and you won't get home till 10. And I'm supposed to stay up and wait for what? No, you were asleep this morning. I'm asleep tonight. We both be in. How about that? Absolutely not. We're not extending no extra privileges and you in the bed talking about you want to get paid. Man, you can either have your mouth with a zero or you can have an account with another zero. Which one you like? I prefer the account. Right? So we got to get up, y'all. This is what I mean by mindset. This is what I mean by mentality. This is not like something kind of some kind of like air freshener and Febreze and some kind of incense smoke. This is what I want it to look like every morning where you wake up and be like, hey, I'm focused. This information is, I'm up because of this. I understand this is my opportunity. I understand I have today. I understand this is the day that I've made to rejoice and be glad in. So let me get up and do that. Let me get up and rejoice and be glad in it. Let me see my good. Let me see my success. Let me see it. Let me see it. Absolutely not. Yeah, because shoot, it's my job to make sure things happen. And if you can't get up, you can't get out either. How about that? We'll both be safe. It's very simple. It's very simple, right? Very simple. But you can't, if your mouth is a O, your account gonna be a zero, right? That's it. But you can't wake up later when it's convenient talking about, I want to make some money. I want to say, don't get out of here with that. What is absolutely wrong with you? Wasting my ears and my time with that. Are you kidding me? Right? So this is what I mean by mindset. If you can just show up somewhere every day, if you can show up on time, show up early and be like, oh man, like I told you guys months ago, going out there to Atlanta. Everybody's like, I'm gonna pay for VIP tickets. I'm gonna get in the front. I'm gonna do this. I was out early in the front of the hotel and I was the VIP because I was the only one out there with that cat. I could have walked right up and said something to him. Guess what? For free. And all you paid all that other money to sit right there in the front. I could have stand right there. Right there. There was no security. There was nobody. I had no tie. It could have been just me. Just Tony. Just me and you. How about that? Oh yeah. I would have been VIP for free just because I was up. I'm saying you can get so much more out of it just by showing up. People can't show up. They suck at it. They literally are told, they're literally told if you get a good website, if you get good marketing, if you get all the brochures and make sure they stick on the front and the back, make sure you can see where your name, when it's upside down or downside up, make sure that it has this, like they tell you to get all this stuff, which is good. There's nothing wrong with it, but we're prioritizing the wrong thing. At the end of the day, your business is about you. So what happens when people meet you? What happens when they call that name on the bumper sticker or on the bus stop or on the billboard? What happens when they go on your website and request a call? What happens? You gonna show up with that black screen? You gonna show up with that helmet on? You gonna show up with your house coat on? You gonna show up? What are you gonna show up? Oh, I'm 15 minutes late. Tell them you 15 minutes late, or you just gonna not tell them, just show up 15 minutes late. Because if you don't talk about it, it didn't happen. Are we 8? Are we 9? You don't see me. What are we doing here? I don't understand. Literally, the half of the people I work with, I have to start here. They tell me about all their grandiose dreams and they on the call 5 minutes late. First time I meet you, you 5 minutes late. That's why you in trouble. That's why you messed up. Well, nobody's buying my product. Is it 5 minutes late? Like this, like you are right now? Is it 5 weeks late? Because if you come to me, if you met me the first time and you're late, I mean, come on, man. What are we talking about? Just the simple things will make you successful in ways you would have never imagined. Just by showing up every day somewhere, some way, somehow. It will set you apart because most people don't do it. I want all of you to I want all of you to think of an environment you're in. And I want you to do an experiment for this month, for the whole month. And just look at who showed up here every day or who was on time every day. And you will see you'll be with 100 people. And by the end of the month, it may be one or two. It may be one or two. Whether it's people going to work, going to school, on a call you're on, or if somebody said they're going to call you back, and they don't call you back in, 5 minutes, and it's maybe 10, but it's not 45 minutes. And they call me, yeah, girl. So anyway, it's like, wait a minute. You start to see all the little things that you think are little, but they're your mentality. I can tell what you're thinking. I can tell what you prioritize. I can tell what you value. I can tell what means something to you. And if sleep means more to you than money, then don't talk to me about doubling your salary. You can't get more sleeping more. You can't do it. So people, when they come here, they think we're not talking about action. I want you guys to see what the action actually is. It's your mentality, which are the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs you have chosen to live your life with today or at that place or whatever else it is. And the ones you're picking generally are not the best ones. If they got you laying in the bed, you failed. If they got you late, you failed. If your camera ain't ever on, you failed. If you got your helmet on the wrong time, you failed. If you don't have your products right, you failed. If you don't know what they cost, you failed. This is not that hard. Your website is not going to save you. Contrary to what everybody's telling you, it's not going to save you. All your funnels and your avatars, they're not going to save you. Oh, they can accentuate who you are, but they can't substitute for being you. They are not you. You do know that, right? You do know, like, you're not the website. You do know you're not electronic, right? You do know that. Like, you're not at sparklebailey.com. You do know that, right? That's not. Yeah, that's just your representative. But once they meet your representative, guess who they want to meet next? You. But you ain't on their screen black. You know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of all of you. I'm tired of all of you. That's what you can get. That's what you can get. That's what it looks like.
You got it, Coach. You said it. We got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is what people are looking at when they talking to you, trying to help you in your business, and you 10 minutes late and you're not presentable. Why are you late and not presentable? Did a bomb happen? Was there an earthquake? A flood? Was there a mass shooting? Oh, you just couldn't get up. Oh, well, that's your problem. You suck then. You're gonna be poor. You're gonna be broke. Because most likely the person talking to you don't have that problem. You coming to listen to them. And this is what they're looking at. They're like, well, hello? Hello? You don't know what they're doing. They be shaving their armpits right in front of the camera. Don't even know. Dressing their kids. They can be doing anything. Do you think you have their attention? Do you think they're listening? People don't have to tell you why they don't want to be bothered anymore. They just stop being bothered. I mean, all of you are pretty ladies on here. You've been like, it was nice meeting you. You ain't gone into a long explanation. You just stop calling back. Texts just don't return. You've done it. Come on, you've done it. You holy rollers, you've done it. Okay? So yeah, this is what it's like. This is what they're looking at. When all these people, you go on all these calls and you guys go on all your classes and you guys are going on all your seminars, all different things you're doing, and they looking at that, yeah, they're not thinking nothing about you any more than they can see you. You late, guess when they thinking about you? Later, maybe. But if you early, they thinking about you. You're one of the first people they're thinking about. If you're on time, then they're going to be on time with you. They're going to respect you. They're going to say, she wants something, let me give it to her. She's here early, let me start talking to her. Why? Because there's nobody else early. When I was standing out there at that hotel, there was nobody out there. No one. There was no one out there. You know why I walked out there? Because there was no one in the lobby either. You know why I walked out there? Because there was no one on the carpet either. Downstairs or upstairs. Guess what everybody was doing? Okay, but we all out here trying to network. We all out here trying. No, you're not. You're work, you're not networking, you're networking. That's all it's working, is your net. Your net ain't worth it. Your neck is working. That's it. That's it. I want us to understand why we are here every day. It is to win on Monday, to win on Tuesday, to win with or without a website, with or without a funnel. I'm just like that. It's just what it is. I'm going to be here every single day, early. I'm going to be here early. You're going to know I was here. Hey, how's it? They log every time, like Alberta's famous for it, for me. Every time I log on, I don't care if it's 10 minutes early, 15 minutes early, Alberta Dean in the waiting room. I'm like, okay. So when she wasn't here, it was like, okay, I'm used to somebody being in a certain place, right? And what I'm saying is people will start to notice you. They'll start to realize, they may not tell you, but they notice you. They'll start to have an affinity for you. They'll be like, wow, they're really here. They're hungry. They're focused. And they'll want to help you. They'll start talking to you. They'll start saying, hey, if you ask them a question, they'll look at you. They'll be like, man, they paid their dues. If she asks a question, I'm gonna stay early. I'm gonna stay late, come early. I'm gonna answer that question because they've earned that. I see their focus. I see they got a notebook. I see they took notes. So when I asked Sarita the other day about something, I said, Sarita, look in your notes. And she looked back. Yeah, that's something to be proud of. That's something to say, I was here. I made a difference. I was paying attention. I was focused. Right? And just because you're paying somebody doesn't mean they want to be bothered with you. Doesn't mean that you can come on here with the screen black and your helmet on and you shaving your armpits and everything else, eating cereal and Pop-Tarts on camera. Or I can't come on because of, listen, you signed up for this class. You need to be on camera unless it's a disaster or some kind of thing. You can't want to be wealthy and sleepy. You got to pick. You got to pick. You signed up to learn something. How are you going to learn something with your camera off? How are you going to learn something and you can't participate? How are you going to learn something how are you going to learn from somebody else with your rules? You don't have no rules, or you need information. Get the information, right? This is what I mean by mindset. This is what I mean by mentality. It's the way you attack life. It's the way you realize life has everything waiting for you. And all you got to do is show up every day, hungry, disciplined, focused, prepared, ready. You say you want to be in this class, be in the class. You ain't on the class with the light off. You ain't on the class, not reading. You're not in the class without, I ain't got no notebook. I don't have no notes. I don't have to say nothing. But if Sarita couldn't answer the question, I'd remember. No, I'd remember. I'd be like, all right, right on. So as soon as you start complaining, no, where your notebook at? Yeah, well, now. Oh, no, but it's been important. Just because you realize it's important now, that's why you're in the trouble you're in now. Because you didn't realize it was important then, right? So that, right, a lot of times we keep waiting to be our best self, waiting to show up on time every single time. It's for you. You're not doing nothing for these people. It's for you. This is for you. This is for me. That's why I'm here every day. It's for me. I'm learning with you and from you just as much as it is the other way around. I'm excited to be here. I learn from you. I get to hear Margot Bailey talk about this or that. I get to hear Della talk about that. I get to hear Latoya talk about how she did this. Or I get to hear Monique say how this happened. Or Sarita or Alberta. I get to hear all of your stories and all of your wins and all of your victories and all the things you're like, man, I'm out here doing it. That's for me just as much as it is for you. It inspires me when I get off to say, well, wow, how did Alberta do that? Hell no, she ain't beating me. I got to figure that out. How did she do that? Right? Like I get to hear you guys have your own individual greatness. You're all good at something. So I can take like, oh wow, how did Sparkle Bailey say she did that again? Tell me how you did that one more time. You think thoughts I don't think. You think about things I don't think about or in ways I don't think about. So I can learn and grow from you. We're all learning and growing. But how are we going to do that like this?
Dang, can keep my camera off ever again. Like,
it's just nobody's gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you. And like I said, you are wrong unless you're not. Your camera should be on unless it shouldn't. There are times and moments when you know that, but laziness ain't one of them. I'm sleepy is one of them. I went to bed late is one of them. Listen, so what? Nobody cares. Do you want to be rich or not? Healthy or not, prosperous or not, abundant or not, healthy or not. Nobody cares. What you convince me of is not going to change your life. So it doesn't matter what I say or what I think. This is up to you. But you can't be up in here and no, you should never have your camera off again unless you should. No is the default. Never is the default. It's the default. If you want people to take you serious, take it serious. If you want people to see you, guess what? They want to see you too. How you gonna help somebody who's hiding? Yeah, so I have a question. Um, I would like to know how I can make more money with my side business. Who am I talking to? Oh, yeah, this is me, but I'm just not presentable right now. Well, why the hell are you here? Why are you here? Well, yeah, but I'm a good person. I'm a good person. And hey, stop that. Stop that. Hey, stop that. And hey, it's in the refrigerator. It's in the refrigerator. No, at the top. Um, you're messing up the performance. Hey,
Oh my God.
hey, I gotta leave. Start the car. Tell your dad, get the key, start the car. Oh, who are you talking to? Oh, hold on. Let me just hold on.
Y'all coach going off, y'all. Yo.
I'm back. God is good. Yeah, you know how we do it. God is good. Yeah, I'm back. Grand Rising. Like, I mean, come on, man. After a while, we got to get this together, everybody. We got to get this together. Just the simple things. Start with the simple things every day, right? Hey, from this time to this time, I'm unavailable unless it's an emergency. I signed up for something for my highest and best good. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. So if it's for me, let it be about me in this hour. And just in this hour, I will get off promptly. If they go over, they go over. That's on them. I can't do that. My kids are waiting for breakfast. My husband's waiting for his kiss. My wife is waiting for this to start the car or go get. Okay, cool. But for this hour, I'm locked in. If we can just make something like that in our life, it could be the call you're on in the morning. It could be a meeting later on the day. It could be the way you deal with your kids. It could be anything. But what I'm saying is, like Veronica likes to say, how you do, like people say, how you do anything is how you do everything, so to speak, right? It's the mentality that you're approaching life with, thinking that it's negotiable. Life don't negotiate. Your friends do. Life does not. Life handing out cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, poverty, sickness. It's handing out everything. If you eligible, you can't negotiate with life like it's your friends. Hold on, wait. Your blood pressure don't wait. It ain't waiting for you, right? So for wherever you're supposed to be, find out what that is for you. Everybody may be different. I know a lot of you are on a call in the morning. Some of you are on other things, but start showing up in a way that is self-respecting. Start showing up in a way that shows, that lets everybody know I'm aware. This is important to me. You're mute off all the time, camera off all the time, never on, late, leave early, sitting on here. That ain't it. That's not it. So I want you to make a commitment today. I don't mean a New Year's resolution, but make a commitment. For this month, I want you to be wherever you're supposed to be. Wherever it is, whether it's on a call or with your kids or going to work or whatever it is, get to where you're supposed to be the way you're supposed to be. If you're supposed to be there, be dressed. If you're supposed to be dressed a certain way, be dressed that way. If you're supposed to be there for an hour, be there for an hour. And like I said, because you realize a lot of things aren't emergencies. A lot of things aren't the things you're telling yourself they are. They're just reasons that allow you to come short, to come up secondhand, second fiddle, second rate, but you want first class. You want all your problems solved. You want all the answers. No, it don't work like that. So just start off with something simple. Showing up where you're supposed to be, the way you're supposed to be every day for this month. Starting today. Starting now. It could be a morning call. It could be doing something for your husband. It could be doing something for your wife, doing something for your sister, doing something for yourself. But make it, if I'm going to do this thing for a month, I'm going to do it ruthlessly and relentlessly without fail. If you call me this time it ain't happening. If you look for me, I'll be over here. It is guaranteed for this month. I am where I'm supposed to be for however long I'm supposed to be, the way I'm supposed to be, and start seeing how your life changes. Because the last thing I'll say to you is because it takes something of you to do it. It takes one thing to wake up. It takes one thing to dress up. It takes one thing to get up and be up there. It takes one thing to pay attention. So just imagine your body is like your house. Just because the kitchen light's on doesn't mean the bedroom light is on. Just because you woke up doesn't mean you dressed up. Just because you dressed up doesn't mean you got there on time. So what I'm saying is every aspect of your life that you can discipline to get to this place, the way you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to be, is going to awaken a lot of different aspects that are within you that are dormant, that are stopping you from being as successful as you want to be because you don't wake up on time or you don't get dressed or your camera's not on. So if you can do all those things right, it's like cutting on every light that you need. Right? And you're going to see how much brighter you are. You're going to see how much stronger you are because you're turning on all the aspects to get up, to dress up, to be up, to take notes, to have your camera on, to participate. That's 5 or 6 things you have to do. And if you can do 5 or 6 things like that every day for a month, watch and see what changes for you. Right? Sarita.
Coach, can I just tell you that so we're all part of the same, most of us are all part of the same MMU community.
Yes.
In the beginning, I was on there with my camera on, focused, taking notes. They actually asked me to do the book club in the morning. So it was like I was on it and it was like I felt accomplished. And then after the book club, I was like, oh, I can sleep in. That one day of sleeping in turned into 2 days of sleeping in, turned into a week. Now I don't even know when it's happening. It's like, oh, the morning meetup, I get the recording later. And I'm like, oh, but I also see what you're saying that me not being committed to that, everything else seems not to be in focus anymore. Like everything else. And it's like, I felt like it was such a minor thing, but it has had a great impact, not staying committed to the thing that I said I wanted to do. I even took it off. This is how bad it was. I took the alarm off my phone. So bad. I took the alarm off. I just had to reset it. Cause it's like, I'll get the thing, like I'm surprised, like, oh, they had it today. But I took the alarm.
And it's all good. But that's why today I'm sweating and ranting and raving like I'm a Baptist preacher, because to your point, it's the littlest things that we overlook, that we don't value, right? That we don't, but those are the things when they add up day after day after day after day, you're a giant. They see you 30 days and then someone says, oh, Sarita, can you do the book club? Oh, Sarita, hey, would you be willing to host for a week? Hey, we'll pay you. You've been sitting there for 2 days thinking, how can I get some extra money because I want to get a new car or I want to get my tires replaced? And because you went on this call every day for a month or 2 months, something came out that would have never come if you hadn't been there. All by being somewhere all the time, right? And so it doesn't just affect us when we think it will, or how we think it will, or where we think it will, but victory only, victory always. It's in everything we do, we're ready. Because you never know when it's going to come back to you, how it's going to come back to you. But we think because it's little, we think it doesn't mean anything, but a second means something. A second means something. A second can stop you from getting hit by a car, somebody pull you back, right? A second you catch that ring on that phone before it rings one more time and goes to voicemail. It's just the littlest things that separate you from having an experience or not, right? And that's what I mean by our mindset. It's the how much do you focus on, how much are you focused on your life, right? Every day means something. What do you mean? Why is today less valuable than yesterday? What's today got that yesterday didn't have, or tomorrow, right? And so you're right. So that's why I was saying what I was saying is that every day, if you can do this every day from today until the end of this month, January 31st, I'm going to be wherever I'm supposed to be, the way I'm supposed to be, period. No exception. There's got to be a tornado, a hornado, a hurricane-o. It's got to be something's got to happen. Otherwise, I am there. That's right. I am there. I am there and I'm ready and I'm hungry and I'm focused. And you'll start to see a sense of pride in you. You'll start to see people look at you and be like, wow. And you just never know where your business is coming from, where your hookup is coming from, where your good is coming from, where that communication is coming from, all that stuff. They just asked you to be on the book club. What if you're still been there? What else would they have asked you for? What could you have been offering? You may have been on the stage in Atlanta this time in May. The longer you're there talking about your business or talking about all those different things, you never know. Anything could happen. That's what I'm trying to get us to understand, right? Anything can happen, but it can't happen in the bed with your mouth open. It can't happen. You can't get the hookup. You can't double your income. You can't get a hookup for your son. They may be like, hey, does your son do so and so? Just because he wants to do something for you. Because she's on here every day talking about her son. You know what? I got an internship. I got an opportunity. Right? You never know.
That happened. They allow him to come free.
I believe it. I believe it because people want to give something to somebody who they see wants something.
I don't want to. I'm a mute.
Right? People want to give something to someone who they see wants something. You don't have to be sexy, beautiful, handsome, rich, tall. You have to be hungry. If people say, man, it's raining here. It's raining here. It's snowing. It's hailing. There was a hurricane. I saw her hiding under the bus stop till the door opened and she pop up. I'm here. Right? Like when people see that in you, they like, man, what you want? What you need? How can I help you? And helping you may be helping your children. Helping you may be helping your significant other. Helping you, right, is the way it makes you feel. So from today until January, everybody is where they're supposed to be, how they're supposed to be. And Veronica will tell you, you'll be up in there in that meeting and I'll be like this. And I'm looking. Oh, I'll be looking at all of you. I'm be looking at everything. You have your camera off. I'll be sending you a vile text. You have your helmet now. You got to be right. So I want us to all understand that. So that was wonderful, Sarita. You're absolutely right. Sparkle Bailey.
So, okay, two things.
Yes.
First of all, I do not appreciate this whole Zoom, Google Meet energy thing. I'm an in-person person. I've been networking and femininely pimping in my networking my whole life.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
all this camera on foolishness. I'm still adjusting to the technology. I don't like it. I'm rebelling against it. But at the same time, it wasn't working when I was rebelling. It wasn't working in my favor. My first client, you said something, you don't need a website, you don't need all these funnels. My very first client was an attorney. She's still with me today. This was 3 years ago now. The end of last year made 3 years. She kind of was like insistent that she work with me. Okay. I had no website. I had no funnels. I had no marketing strategy. I was literally in a networking event, a conference. We were at this hotel in Miami, and I was just in the room, and they let members of the audience give feedback or give questions and things like that. And I just spoke about myself. And I was sitting in the front of the room. She was sitting in the back of the room. And she approached me after the room dismissed. I have to work with you. I have to work with you. I was not the femininity fairy at that point. I was just someone who knew how to use her softness in her own favor, how to make her softness work for her own favor. I come from a very rough background where I was very masculine and very aggressive. But I didn't, like I said, I didn't have a website. I really just went into this room as Sparkle Bailey. I didn't have the femininity fairy brand working behind me. I didn't have any of that emotion. And so I love in-person interactions. I love that. I'm a beast at that. I tolerate the Zoom stuff. And so 2024, I decided to leave my salty energy with Zoom in 2024 and decided to show up. So when the seizures were happening regularly, I would use that as a reason as to why my body felt like straight up SHIT. Like I felt horrible. So I didn't want to show up because I had no energy. My body was in pain, but I'm saying to myself, I need this game. I need this information. So let me just turn my camera off and show up, And so as you were speaking, I'm like, well, I had that little past, but I'm happy to report it's been 6 months since the last seizure. So it's like, baby, you don't have no excuse no more. Like turn your camera. I didn't want to turn my camera on. I was like, okay, I don't want to be on Zoom in the first place. I'd rather be in person. I'm used to having my camera off in case something happened. I look crazy. I don't want to present myself that way. That doesn't look feminine. So I don't want to present myself that way. And then the seizures stopped, and more people are like, we need more from you. I did the faceless. I went faceless for like 3 months, 4 months. Everybody was like, nope, we're not accepting that from you. We want to see you. And so I roll my eyes as I say this. You have a point. I don't like it, but it's all good because every example, every hilarious example you gave, I've been guilty of. Determined my camera's off, but y'all gonna take me seriously. I'm gonna turn my camera on. I'm gonna turn my camera on. I'm just gonna angle it up somewhere else where you can't see me. That should count. I should get some credit for that. You know, I showed up, didn't I? You know. Anyway, I can go on. Coach, you got to eat your vegetables. Vero, feed this man his vegetables because we need Coach. Okay, we need both of y'all. Y'all are a great match. He over here go, and you got to watch how you come in, my girl. Like you really called her out, and like I don't know how much of that I can handle
And
because
she brought it up. I didn't say anything.
Vero is
It
over
was
there.
it was all it was all in the name of the lesson today. You know what?
Just one for the team.
I'm not out here trying to fake things, you know, like
Girl, but you out here killing it at the same time. All the
Yes.
Shopify pages you built, you out here killing it. So I mean, if you drop the ball on camera for a week, I look at it as a break, but Coach looks at it differently. So
no, Lucky's looking at it as my mouth being open
Lord have mercy. Listen,
while I sleep, while I want to dull my
we- Coach Lucky. Coach Lucky. Just he just leave the air dry. Like what? What you want me to say? That's what she does. Shout out to the mouth breathers. Okay, when we're asleep, we don't know. We just trying to sleep. Okay,
That's it. Trying to be. That's it. That's it. So, the last thing I'll say is that, kind of to your point, Sparkle Bailey, what you're talking about, and Sarita, what you're talking about. I'm sure what all of us can remember are the stories we tell ourselves, right? Reasons we justify why we can't be where we should be, how we should be, doing what we should do, and the reason I say this is because I'm amazed that when I work with people, I'm consistently amazed at how many people are unwilling to do what's in their own best interest. It's in your own best interest to get up and you're going to pay me all this money for me to tell you something that you already know that you're really still unwilling to do and want to argue with me about it and you asking for help. You won't even do what's in your own. It is amazing to me how many people are unwilling. Oh man, my wife is always giving me a hard time. Well, do you take out the trash? Do you bring some flowers? Yeah, but I ain't got to do all that. So let me get this straight. If you did, would it help? Yeah. So why don't you do it? Yeah, but like it is like it is like an endless pit of ignorance. It's like, why wouldn't you do something that you know would make your life better? Well, and then turn around and justify why you don't do it and it's only affecting you. And just it's endless. It's amazing to me how many people won't do are unwilling to do what's in their own best interest. So that we're not gonna do that anymore. And it's wonderful. We all get to laugh, talk. We ain't throwing no darts, there ain't no rocks. We get to laugh and we get to learn. We're like, okay, yeah, that was me. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I kind of do that, right? And that's okay because guess what? From that, we get to choose who we want to be. We become more awake, more aware, more focused, and then we get to start experiencing some of the success we're dreaming about, hoping about, wishing about. Stop dreaming about getting paid and actually start getting paid, right? Because we now don't sleep. We're up, we're ready, we're focused, and people will see. You'll see all these things, man. So I say all that to everybody. So I just wanted to understand what this information is for. It is to develop a mindset and then to choose a mentality. How you go about living your life in a conscious, focused, disciplined, hungry way. Like Rev Ike said, with a tiger in your tank. Like this is my day. This is my shot. I don't know whether it's the last one or not. I don't need it to be the last one. It's the one I got right now, so I'm about to get it. I'm about to go out here and get it, right? All that good stuff. All right, well, it's definitely 16 after. Anything anybody else wants to say before I let you go?
real quick, Coach, because it is the first day, because it is the first day of the new year, I put it in the chat, but I want to say this to you and in front of Miss Mona and Miss Vero as well. These courses have helped me to stop having seizures. I was in this course. I was in these courses with you and with the rest of the members here to be fed that you can have anything you want. good or bad. You can be anything you want, good or bad. You can do anything you want. While tens of thousands, millions of others, that's what it feels like. It's like, nope, you're gonna deal with this for the rest of your life. Accept it. Just accept it. And it was your voice, your single voice, with the support of this community, was like, you can have anything you want. You want to have seizures for the rest of your life? Just being able to think like that, and then that information being fed into my mind 3 days a week, and the Saturday calls and the replays and that pulled me away from the majority. So the power here is unmatched. The outcome was on me to decide. I'm proud of me moving at my finding my own rhythm, and moving at my own pace. And now I prioritize my health. I hadn't prioritized business. I did not prioritize money because I wanted to prioritize dominating my health first. And now that I've gotten a little system for myself, I realized, okay, we're gonna delegate a lot. We're gonna delegate a lot. And if everybody around me has been so supportive, but everybody else, oh, you're gonna lose this, you're gonna lose that, you're gonna da 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 da, you're gonna lose. People gonna turn away from you, and you're gonna lose, and you're gonna live with this for the rest of your life. Nope, nope, nope. You have to give you your flowers because you show up. Just like you got on us for like how we don't show up, you're showing up. You're not doing that hypocritical thing where I'm telling y'all something and I'm doing the other side of it. You're holding yourself accountable with us. And we know that Vera would snitch on you if you weren't on your stuff. And we appreciate the fact that she would snitch because, you would deserve it for sure. The way you clown, you would deserve it. But I have to give you flowers. You start off this year with your confidence in your head held high, that you are making a huge impact on this world. And I continue to brag on you and your services, um, helping me to get through that chapter. I feel like my season with experiencing epilepsy is over. My season for helping others to break free from epilepsy has just begun. And I'm proud of myself, and I have to give you your flowers. Coach, thank you so much.
No, thank you, man. That's the best quote unquote tithe I could ever get, is just hearing the information being used in ways that mean something to you. You to all of us, right? Finding a way to make this information do what it do for what you want it to do, right? For where you want it to go. And I'm so happy to hear that, because I can only imagine how that must have felt or been. I can't imagine. And I'm so glad that you took your power back. I'm so glad that you took a chance with the information, and that you used it, and that you proved that you were who you think you are. And every day you get to wake up and continue to prove it. And if you prove that, man, you can. That's the hardest thing you'll ever do, right? And everything.
Where's the other black packs?
That is wonderful. So thank you so much for that. It makes me so happy in my heart, happy that I could ever tell you. So thank you, and I'm so happy for you. So that makes me very happy. So thank you, Leslie.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I had to answer a question. I just wanted to say, you give us this information and you say, go out and play. And it's taken me the better part of 3 weeks in my playing to argue my better self to my lesser self, to quiet, not even to quiet that voice, to just flat out kill it. So I could let go of trying to figure out how to be who I was taught to be versus who I choose to be. And I thank you.
And it's wonderful, Nam. Thank you for that, and thank you for coming, because it's a lifestyle. We learned who we don't want to be day by day, minute by minute, choice by choice, decision by decision, thought by thought, information by information. And so now creating this new self consciously, that's all we're manifesting, whether it's conscious or unconscious. What we do in this class is we're selecting the reality we want to experience. But our identity and what it takes to do that is the same thing it took to develop the one we no longer want, or that no longer serves us, day by day, minute by minute, choice by choice, decision by decision. And so, like Karen always says, giving ourselves the grace and the patience when we stumble, when we fall, when some days we just feel like it's over, and we have those moments, those minutes, but then to stand up and say, okay, that's enough. I am who I said I am, and I'm going to keep coming until I get everything I want from that. I am who I said I am. And so I'm always happy to hear you, and you talking about that, because we're all, that's the lifestyle. There is no, like Veronica said, there's no finish line. There is no day where it's just like, yeah, I made it so much, I don't have to care what I think, care what I say, care how I feel. It'll never be a day where that works in our benefit. So it is a lifestyle. Some days it's easier to do than others, but that's the discipline. And that's why we can live well, because we choose how we think. We choose this day whom we serve, right? We choose every day. We make a choice. And that is not for the weak of heart or the faint of mind, right? So congratulations to you, and I'm glad that you're doing it, as are we. And just hearing, like we heard from Sparkle Bailey and Sarita, hearing from you, all of your comments, serve to empower and strengthen us and remind us that, hey, when we all have our moments, we all have our days, our times, and our areas, but we are conquerors, we are overcomers, and that it is victory only, victory always. And if that's what it is, then that's what it's going to be. And we're going to stand here till we see. We're going to talk it till and walk it till it's seen, till it's shown. So thank you for your comment, and thank you for being here.
No, thank you. It took me 3 weeks, but I kept hearing you in my head saying, well, it didn't take you 6.
That's it. That's it. I was somewhere. Sometimes I tell my daughter, she'll be like, well, Dad, how come this happened? Or do you see that happening, or this or that? And I say sometimes to herself, I said, Zoe, sometimes you're just grateful it's not you. Sometimes sometimes that's just all you can say at that moment. Man, I'm glad that's not me.
Glad I ain't me.
I feel empathic, sympathetic, whatever, but sometimes you're just glad it's not you. You just say, ooh, I'm glad I'm not out there in that rain in the dark. Right? You're not offering a ride. You're not offering to see it. You're just glad you got a car and you're on your way home. Sometimes, like, you take it for what it is. Like, man, it didn't take 6 though. It only took 3. And the next time it'll only take 1 or 2 days, maybe. And the next time it won't, you know what I mean? Like, celebrate what you celebrate the most, or what you get the most. My daughter and I were getting into an elevator and she forgot her homework in the house. So she said, Dad, I forgot. So she ran back and went to the house and got it. And so we're getting ready to go down the elevator. She's like, oh man, I almost forgot my homework. Oh, she kept saying something I almost forgot. And I said, well, Zoe, which one do you want to be more powerful in life? The fact that you remembered, or the fact that you forgot? And she said, oh, well, I remembered. I said, right. The thing that you praise is the thing you're going to see more of. So if you praise your memory, you'll remember quicker next time. You may not even get out the house. But if you spend all your time lamenting that you almost forgot, then you're giving no credit to remembering. So remembering ain't going to show up next time. You just get to school and then you'll remember, right? If I'm not that important, then don't talk to me till we get there then, right? Now you're at school with no homework, so to speak. But if you remember, then remembering, or your memory will keep you from getting out the door. So my point is that, well, even if we feel like the best thing didn't happen, if something did good happen, even if it's infinitely smaller than the so-called bad, it's whatever you praise increases, not what just happened. Whatever you praise, whatever you worship, whatever you acknowledge, that's what increases in your life. Your memory, you're good. Well, you know what? This happened, but hey, so-and-so called me to say, I love you and I appreciate you, Mom, and thank you for everything. And you start saying, oh, I'm grateful for my kids. And then you start to see more things to be grateful for expand in your life, in your world, because that's where your attention is. You're focused on that, right? So thank you all for sharing, because it helps us all, not just you. It helps us all. So thank you all. All right. Anyone else before I let you go? It's 25 after.
Just quickly, I'm making quick. I'm just so glad
Yes.
I'm able to act live. And
it's good to see you. It's good to see Alberta Dean waiting on the room. What I
yeah,
allow to go.
I have to say, just like Leslie, it was just like through my whole couple of months that I was working, I kept you in my mind. Like, this year, it won't be like this because I don't have to do all of this. And so, yeah. So I just want to thank you. That got me through the whole transition. Normally, I'd be like totally burnt out. But this time I was like, yeah, I don't have to do this next year.
Yeah.
I won't have to do this. I won't have to work like this next year. So, yeah.
Wonderful. That's what it's all about. Using our mind to change our life, choose our life, transform it by renewing it. That's awesome. That's right. All right. Anybody else before I let you go? All right. Well, everybody's worn out now. Now everybody can cut the camera off. You can everybody can cut the camera off now and retire. Go gentle into that sweet night and everything like that. But I will be on them 5 o'clock calls, boy, like a parole officer. I ain't gonna say nothing. I don't want to be involved, but I'm gonna be looking for names. I'm just letting you know early. I'm letting you know early. So if you're supposed to be on there or wherever you're supposed to be, right? You make that promise to yourself. It doesn't have to be for life. Just make it for this month. For this month, unless it's a disaster, unless it's just something that's just inevitable, then that's not an excuse. It's a reason. We can live with reasons. We can't use excuses calling them reasons. So unless it's an excuse, I'm everywhere I'm supposed to be, the way I'm supposed to be. Always early and leaving when it's done, right? So early there, late leaving. It's wonderful. All right. I will see you on Friday unless I see you in the morning. That's right. That's right. On there taking attendance on somebody else's call, and I'm taking attendance. Leslie, where are you? I don't see you on there. Turn your camera. Like, oh yeah, I'll be like a de facto parole officer and attendance taker. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. All right, everybody. Well, have a wonderful day. Give some thought to what we said today. Let's make that work. Find a commitment you're going to make to yourself for this month, and let's get it. Have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you all Friday.
Happy New Year. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Val.
Thank
Happy
you.
New
Yes,
Year.
Happy New Year,
Happy
everyone.
New Year, everybody.
Bye.